thing.
We good. Here we go.
But just add your name because you didn't add it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ham Talks.
Welcome back.
I'm Gyan.
I'm Caleb.
I forgot my name last time, so you don't even know that, but it's okay.
Hope you're all doing
I
good.
hope everybody's doing well.
Hope you slept well.
Hope you slept
Hope
well.
you woke up refreshed.
Did you eat?
Did you eat? Did you
Drink
drink water?
You better drink water. You better drink some water. Come on now. Yeah, dude, we just been cooling, honestly. How long have you been here this time? This will be like 3 days, 4 days?
No, isn't since Saturday.
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
We out on this shit type shit.
It is what it is.
Hell yeah.
We're here to explore.
For
shoot
sure.
Videos.
For sure.
Speaking of exploring,
Yeah.
You ever like get on an airplane and just start like taking pictures outside the window?
Oh, for sure.
Look at
Well,
the scenery. I mean, you do this for a living pretty much, but
yeah, it's kind of
weird for me because I just take the picture.
Right.
And
That's exactly.
you do it like professionally.
Yeah,
though.
tight shit. Yeah, we were tight shit.
Tight shit.
We were gonna talking about that. Oh fuck, I had the same shirt on. Fuck it, we're gonna.
He's musty.
I'm musty. No, it's cool. I like wore this in like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, dude. I guess it is kind of different between me and you when it comes to photos and stuff like that because, like you said, I do it professionally.
Yeah.
Like I do it for other people rather
Pretty
than
much,
just for
it's
myself.
your job.
That's kind of my job. But you know what's funny though?
What?
So like I was thinking about this also. So I'm 19, right?
Right.
But I have more experience, like real world, like in the line of fire, basically.
Right.
More experience than a lot of people that are my age, right?
That's true.
I'm talking like I've been doing this for probably about 5 years, like
Yeah,
legit, like. Well, so I remember when I first started, I was probably, like I said, probably about 14, 15. That was when I went to my first wedding. And it was, I didn't really work, like I didn't film this time at this point. Like I just kind of helped my mom with planning and stuff like that.
Right.
But obviously I've been around weddings my whole life type shit because my parents have their own company and everything. So they've always done weddings. I've always been to like photo shoots and stuff like that because my dad takes photos. I do the video. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I've definitely had a pretty interesting like experience when it comes to like the workforce because I've never had to go like apply for a job or like, have to go meet a boss and work hours that are like, a 9 to 5 type shit. You feel me? Like I'm never scheduled really for anything. I kind of do it.
It's all on your time.
Yeah, all on my time. As long as I get it done by a certain point, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, it's interesting because like I said, I've been doing it for so long. So it's almost kind of like calloused in my brain. It's like I don't really see it as being like an actual career.
Yeah.
Until I do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's just interesting because like I was saying, my parents have done it my whole life. So I've been around cameras, I've been around, editing, I've been around Photoshop and all that, basically my whole life. So going from like just watching them to like then actually being the one making and creating these scenes and films and all that, it's like it's a pretty surreal experience. And I still don't like still to this day I still kind of have trouble like thinking of it as a job. Yeah. Even though I have good friends like my homie Aiden, shout out Aiden. He just moved here not too long ago from our old hometown. And I mean, he's working for a company doing basically the same thing that I'm doing, but except more commercial rather than, wedding.
Right.
But he's doing a lot more commercial stuff. And he's basically doing, like I said, the same thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And he's making, a live-worthy salary. He's
off of that.
Off of that. Like, he's got his own spot. Like, he's cool and, like, he's making his little bread and shit like that. And I think that's the coolest shit ever. But that was, like, the first time that I met somebody my age that was doing the same thing that I was doing and, like, making, like, a crazy, or not necessarily crazy, but, like, making a living off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I guess I kind of am making a living off of it. But
it's your job at the moment.
It's my job. And that's the other thing is it's like, it's my job. Like, that's what I do. Like, when people ask me, oh, what do you do for work or whatever? It's like, I'm a videographer. That's what I do. Yeah. So I remember like, so I think the first wedding that I really ever shot, I was a second shooter. And, my dad was the first shooter, so I was second. So I just kind of would walk around with like a gimbal and just kind of film like some of the more low-key stuff, not as much important shit because I still wasn't familiar with the game really like that. Right. The wedding game. I know it's like the game, but wedding game. Right. And it's pretty interesting because, I mean, I pretty much got it like memorized in the back of my brain. Like pretty much how the day goes most of the time. Like I know exactly what I'm trying to catch. I know what I'm trying to shoot. So it's different now from back then for sure. Like I'm still trying to think about the first wedding I shot. I don't know if I can like really recall it. I know obviously it's been 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Man, like I really can't like put my finger on it. I mean, I'm sure it was fine, but soon after that, you know, I was promoted. Like probably when I was like 16, 17 is when I started becoming the first shooter.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I started, you know, actually being like the ones doing the whole video
like
aspect. Like, well, because like for example, there's some weddings where my dad's doing photos.
Yeah.
And I'm the cameraman. Like I do video. Like so we offer video and photography in our, you know, business and everything. So whenever we do videography, and for example, they also paid for photography. My dad, like I said, will do photography, and I'll do the whole video. So it's pretty crazy to like, and it's still kind of surreal. And I almost kind of, like I said, I'm kind of callous to it. Like I don't get nervous or anything, even though that's like a really big deal. You know, like it's like
it's a very important thing in your life.
Well, not only that, it's like I'm capturing this moment for them.
Yeah.
And it like I have basically all the pressure on me basically to make sure that I get I make sure that they can remember exactly what the day was like. Yeah. You know, every little detail. Because that's basically the point of a wedding video, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Obviously, and to make it look pretty. So you kind of have to have a little bit of an eye, you know? So I think I'm a little blessed in that sense that I have a little eyeball for you know, photos and videos and stuff like that. It's pretty cool though, because I mean, like I think there's really two surreal moments that I have doing photos and videos, and both of those were after watching like a finished product that I've actually done all by myself, and it looks good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
your little project.
Yeah, the first one I remember was a brand film for it's the Midland Meat Co. Scarborough Ranch Cattle Company. I mean, that was a whole surreal experience by itself. I mean, I was a junior in high school when we did this. I was 17 at this point. And we'd been invited to the Alamocitos Ranch. It's in Vega. It's, like I said, the Scarborough Cattle Company's biggest ranch, I think, in Texas. 68,000 acres.
God damn.
68,000 acres. And I'm talking, like, thousands of head of cattle type shit.
I would imagine.
Yeah. It's the most beautiful, like, because out there, it's especially up in the Panhandle, it's a little bit flatter, but it's still like there's a few hills. Bro, he's got canyons on his property, bro.
Really?
Like straight up canyons, dude. Like I remember flying the drone through the canyons, like just, bro.
It's nice.
Crazy, dude. It's like hills, and it's like as far as you can look, it's all his. Damn. That's what's crazy to me is like you could look all the way into the distance and that is his property.
All his property.
That's just wild crazy to me, bro.
I'm trying to get like that.
Nah, for sure. I mean, 68,000 is so much to handle.
It is.
Like so much to handle. But I mean, they obviously like they do well off for themselves because they're a cattle company. That's what they do. Like they run cattle. And it's really good quality cattle too. It's I mean like the beef that they're producing off of this stuff is really good. But anyways, what I was saying, going back to video and stuff like that, we were invited out there, and he, like I said, he wanted a brand film, so I was able to film the whole branding process of the cattle. So, dude, I mean, I felt like a cowboy out there, bro. It was the coolest shit ever, dude. Like, I mean, riding horses and stuff like that.
Red Dead type shit.
Just Red Dead type shit. Seeing cattle, bro. I mean, it was the coolest shit ever. Like, I mean, I don't know if I've ever really been that close in a pen with a cow. That's, I mean, a ton and weighs. I mean, that weighs a ton. It's got horns that are like 12 inches long.
12 feet is crazy.
12 feet long is crazy. Not 12 inches long type shit.
Yeah.
Each horn. I mean, I don't know. And I learned so much, like even just being there about cattle and about the ranching game, and, you know, all of that type of shit. It was probably still one of the coolest experiences I've had. But recently we were able to finish the whole film, and I watched the whole thing, and I'm like, bro. That is the most badass shit I've ever seen in my life, dude. Because it's like, in the moment, it's like, I know I'm getting good shots, of course. Yeah. But when you put it all together and it comes out in bro, I remember I'm watching this video. I'm like, dude, I remember catching that shot. And I was like, dude, this is going to be sick in the video. And it was, dude. It was sick as fuck. Yeah, dude, it's super cool. Like, that was definitely the first one that I felt kind of surreal about. I was like, oh, wow, like it's a product that's mine. The second one was the first visual episode of this. I mean, I do all the editing for the podcast. And I mean, it's funny because we film them, I edit them, we put them out, and it's like I don't understand that I'm like that's content creation. Like I'm creating something. I'm creating a piece of art and putting it out on the internet, even though we're just talking. Yeah, for millions of people to see if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty surreal to me. I really fuck with it, and it's like it's still kind of like wow. I can't believe that I get to do type shit like this. Yeah, type shit like that. Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Like you were saying though, I mean, I guess it is different because I like to take some photos and videos for myself, but it's kind of rare that I take video.
That's kind of like the way I see that is kind of weird to me because of the fact that like you're into all of this like videography and photography, all that type of stuff, but you like barely take pictures.
Dude, I barely take any photos.
And I'm usually like, I wouldn't say that I take a lot of picture and video, but like if I'm at a cool spot, like I gotta get at least like 2 or 3 pictures. Get something cool. You know what I mean? Because like my for example, Spain. Yeah, I took hella pictures.
You have to though. You're in Spain. That's cool.
Right,
for sure.
But then again, I'm not over here like on some professional shit. I gotta get the lighting right. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I tweaked around with like the brightness and that's it. But other than that, I was just like, okay, cool. Picture, this looks sick.
No, it's pretty interesting. And I mean, the whole like techniques behind camera and stuff like that, like all the numbers and all that, apertures, shutter speeds, and you know, ISOs and all that. I mean, it's all like, I know you don't have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, but it's like to understand it a little bit and being able to like manipulate what the image looks like, I think is like probably one of the coolest things about video for sure. Because like I think one of my favorite parts throughout a wedding day is whenever we shoot sunset portraits.
Ooh.
Whenever we shoot sunset portraits, because I'm able. That's actually the camera that I use whenever like that rig right there that I'm filming with. That's what I use for weddings.
That's fire.
So whenever we're doing sunset portraits, I'm able to basically turn the shutter. Basically, I'm able to make the focus point shallower. Yeah. So I get the craziest sun flares through like their heads and stuff like that. Because like I said, it's sunset pictures. So what we like to do with sunset photos and sunset portraits is we like to be a little bit more intimate when it comes to like posing and stuff like that. So we like to catch hands. You know, around hips, around shoulders. We like to catch the rings. We like to catch kissing, stuff like that. But obviously with movement as well as like sun flares, because that's the whole point of sunset portraits, right? So some of my favorite shots I remember are like veil shots where they have the veil over both of them, and the sun's coming right through their like both of their faces basically, and they basically come in and then they kiss. And then they open up and it just brightens up again. And it's like an explosion or some shit. Like it looks so cool. I love doing videos of stuff like that. Like that's my favorite shit ever.
Yeah, that's fire.
That right there, like that's for sure that's where I get to be a little bit more creative, a little bit more artistic about like what I'm filming. Because the rest of the time it's kind of like cookie cutter. Not necessarily cookie cutter, but you're catching the most important stuff. And at this point, it's kind of fair game to kind of do whatever you want to do. Like, I mean, I know that I've caught some pretty badass shit just kind of just being around, you know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty cool. I don't know. It's fun to do, but like you were saying, kind of going back to what you're saying. I don't know. Like when I'm at a cool spot, of course I'll take some photos, I'll take some video, but like for the most part, and the other thing for me is I don't think cameras do justice to anything that you can see personally. I mean, if you have like a really good quality camera, of course you can get the depth of field and everything. But that's the thing that always gets washed in translation is the depth perception and how big things are compared to other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I remember being in Colorado whenever we went this last summer. And I took so many pictures of mountains and, you know, valleys and big ass wall faces and shit like that. And it's like the pictures just don't do any justice to like what I was visually seeing. But I mean, like I said, I'll still take the photos because it's beautiful still. To remember, of course. But it's like, that's the thing is like, I remember and I'm like, damn, I remember like being here and then looking and it's forever away. And then it's just a big ass mountain.
But in the camera, it's just like, it's right here.
In the mountain's like right there. That's cool. It's whatever.
That's what's up.
I don't know. I think if you're, I mean, that was obviously with my phone. Like we don't bring big camera equipment out there, you know, when we're camping or whatever the case may be. But I feel like if we did, it'd probably be pretty sick if we brought some pretty big ass cameras out there and just see what we can catch type shit. I don't know. I've never been into like wildlife or anything like that, like filming stuff like that. I think I like weddings because I kind of like love. I like the idea of love and stuff like that. So like I don't know how they did it for y'all, but instead of making everybody wear a suit that day, they just brought like this like a Broadway tuxedo.
What the fuck?
Basically the quickest way to explain it. My bad, I was in theater.
No, you good.
My bad, I was in theater, so I know the terminology and shit like that.
I don't know shit.
But a Broadway suit is basically, it's a suit that...
From Broadway.
Of course. But basically what it is that... Am I filming over there?
Indeed.
Filming right here. What a Broadway suit is basically... so the shirt underneath the jacket is sleeveless, and it buttons in the back.
Okay.
So it's sleeveless and buttons in the back. Mm-hmm. And then you just put like a little fake like clip-on tie type shit. Tie. And then the suit jacket is just a normal suit jacket, but it's a big-ass size, so all size fits all type shit. And then they just have you pull it if it's like too...
To like tailor it?
To like tailor it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm a big boy, so I just fit in that bitch. Nice. So, yeah, I did. It was pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah. So
for your senior pics?
That was how the senior pics went. Yeah, like for the school ones.
Yeah.
Like the ones that went in the yearbook type shit. That's how that went. And then you went cap and gown after that. So you took all that off.
Oh,
zipped up. Or no, you kept that on, took the jacket off, zipped up cap and gown, and you had your tie and everything, and then it was your
That's crazy, because for us, it was more like freely.
Really? You just could do whatever?
It was just like whatever. Literally, those pictures that you guys took for my senior pictures, I used one of them where I'm just like in regular clothes. Watch.
Word.
It's the one where we were at the basketball court.
Oh, yeah.
Where I'm holding
that was the one.
This one.
Yeah, that was for the yearbook?
Yeah, that's in the yearbook.
Word. That's a tough-ass photo.
Indeed.
That's a tough-ass photo.
And they used that, same picture on the yearbook for most athletic in the high school. So I was like... Come on.
Yeah, fuck with me.
Because coach was like, oh, put a basketball picture in of him, like where he's in a uniform. They're like,
nah, we got a good one.
This one's fire.
We got a good one.
Because all the other ones are like in motion and I look fucking stupid. You know what I mean? And I have those pictures too, but I just look stupid. So they're like, nah, this one's fire because he's already holding a basketball.
Nah, like, those are tough whenever you hit the. Yeah. I have something like that too. Whenever I took my senior photos, I have some in my cap and gown where I got a football, a water polo ball, and I have my Muay Thai gloves tied around my
that's
chest.
fire.
I have both of them.
For all the things you did?
Yeah, for all the things I was doing at that point. It was pretty dope. Yeah, that was a tough one. See, that one's cool, but I think the one that we got to use like way cooler, bro, in my opinion. Respectfully, of course. But,
Indeed.
But yeah, no, that shit is fucking cool, so.
I think they were going to use this picture for the most athletic.
Hey, that's kind of tough too.
It's kind of tough.
It's kind of tough too, but nah. The other guy's way cooler.
Yeah, it's way better.
But I don't know. It's pretty interesting, photos and videos and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of people where it's a hobby, right?
Yeah,
like it's a lot. Like for example, like these kids they mostly likely took those photos. They're probably kids, right? For the photojournalism or whatever. You know what I'm
pretty much.
So it's like that's cool and everything, but. I mean, it's like they're gonna do photo J in college, in high school, and then, you know, it's like they might be interested in cameras, and of course, I mean, I'm not trying to knock people that are trying to get into photography or videography and stuff like that. I'm just saying it's like it takes a little bit of time, and you have to realize that it's definitely a grind, and you're kind of setting yourself up to live kind of like an artist lifestyle. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And I mean like a Picasso type lifestyle. Yeah. Because it's like, especially if you're trying to be your own company, trying to be, work on your own and stuff like that. Like my parents, for example, it's like we, it influxes. There's times of years where, the money comes in and sometimes it's slower. Yeah. So, where I was going with that is you have to be like, if that's something you really want to do, and you're passionate about it, obviously do it. Because, shit's run for what you're doing for sure. But you have to realize that it's not going to be an overnight thing, and it's going to be a grind. Mm-hmm. Like, my parents have been doing this shit for 20 years.
Yeah, they've been doing this for a while.
20 years, bro. Like, I basically got in with the cool kids, basically, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been doing it for years. Right. And I just happened to obviously be their child, so then Well, it's because, and it's funny because I really picked it up like really fast and really naturally, but I think it's just because I've always watched my dad since I was younger. You know what I'm saying?
You've been around
So
him.
like, man, going to shoots with him when I was younger was always super cool. Like, because we were able to shoot. Like, he was shooting grown people. So it's like, and that's the other thing. What I was gonna say is like, I've always been around grown folks.
Yeah.
So it's for me, it's super easy to interact in wedding scenarios. Does that make sense? Because usually it's grown-ups. So. Most of the time, like, I mean, it's pretty much every time that I go to a wedding, it's like somebody asks me how old I am and they're so like confused. They're like, there's no way you're 19. I'm like, yeah, dude. They're like, bro, you're like at least 25, bro. I'm like, nah, dude. I can
show you my ID.
I can show you the ID and everything. It's fucking vertical. But yeah, dude. I mean, it's cool because, like I said, like I've always been around grown-ups and stuff like that. So I've always known how to interact with grown-ups. And be respectful, obviously, manners and stuff like that. So I always come across quite well. But going back to what I was saying about my dad is he didn't really never necessarily like teach me until it was like time for me to start filming. And then he kind of taught me the basics. He was like, hey, just do this and then I trust you type shit. And I was like,
for sure.
I got you, bro. So then, I had to tee up, lock in. And I come out with some pretty good stuff most of the time.
Yes, sir.
Usually, I mean, like I said, like these podcasts are all edited by me, filmed by me, lit by me, and everything. So, hope you love them. Hope you like them. Type shit.
If you don't, then damn, that's tough.
Cute.
Nah,
cute. Nah, I'm just playing. Obviously, everybody's
cute.
Well, I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
If you think that these are not good, I mean,
that's on you.
That's on you. That's my creative brain.
I guess.
Sorry, guys.
It is what it is.
It's whatever. I mean, it's cool. Like I said, I mean, again, like I said, artist lifestyle. It's like what I was saying is to compare it. It's like Picasso, right? Yeah. So obviously those dudes are dirt poor until they die, and then they're famous. Until they die, and then they're famous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you run that risk. It's like not being secure is a risk, obviously, that you take when it comes to owning your own business in general. Like, I mean, that could be anything. Because, I mean, all of our family members are entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, Deal's got barbershop. Payla's got her own.
What is it, like a nail? No, it's not nail.
It's not.
It's like makeup.
She does her own makeup. She has her makeup company. She promotes herself. And then we have our stuff, obviously. And then, I mean, throughout our whole family, Grandpa's got his painting company and stuff like that, his construction company, and then everybody all the way throughout the family, everybody's entrepreneurs. So we've always been around people that have just pushed to be their own boss, and do their own thing and be passionate about what they fuck with. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Hold on, it's gonna take me a second. Start talking.
So, no, yeah, that is true because even with like my side of the family, we still have like my grandpa and my uncle having their own business.
Exactly.
My dad's about to get ownership of the company.
Really?
That he's working at.
Badass, dude. That's really cool.
He's gonna get it passed down.
That's really cool.
It's gonna be his. So,
yeah, that's tough.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty dope, dude. Yeah. Damn, that's pretty cool. Hell yeah.
So maybe down the line, a couple years later, it'll be my company.
Is it construction?
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
it's caulking. So
caulking. Yeah.
Fix everything up wherever we need.
So do they just do caulking stuff, or is it like
and stucco,
stuff like that? That's cool. Yeah. Okay.
I think mainly it's stucco, and then we also do some caulking depending on if the house needs it or not. So we'll add that in there.
Type shit. That's cool.
I've already I've been around with my dad working with him, so I have an idea of like how to do everything already.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
I love the pops bringing your kids to work day.
Hell yeah. Knowing damn well he was like, I just need your help.
Yeah,
it's not no special day. I just need your help.
I just need your help. Honestly, that's kind of how it went over here too. It's just you get to a certain age, like we talk about it with Lennon. Like she's starting to get older. So it's like, all right, you're about to start having to come to work. Start, you gotta start putting in. You gotta put in a little bit. Yeah. But it's cool. Like it always works, and
family-owned business.
Yeah, the dynamic of our business is so cool because we have great people, especially when we like have other people that we hire.
Yeah,
they're always great people. Like everybody that we work with is so badass and super cool. So we have a really cool dynamic in the company for sure. with everyone that we work with. So it's pretty dope, obviously. And then my mom being the head of it, really, she's head planner, head coordinator, and everything. I mean, she's top tier, bro. Like
she's the boss.
She's the boss type shit.
She's the boss.
She bosses all of us around, but it's cool. It works.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's your mother. So.
It's my mom, so she does her thing.
She's been the boss since day one.
She's been the boss since day one. You feel me? But
she's been the boss.
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I just I remember you've been to some of the shoots that my dad's been at, and so I don't know.
Being a part of one.
Being a part of one, yeah, for sure. When we did your senior, we took his senior photos.
Yeah.
It's just like, I guess since, like I said, I was really young, I've always watched my dad interact with people. So from there, obviously, I just kind of mimicked him throughout life. And it's funny now because like I'll say things or I'll do things or like I'll be watching these back and I'll say some shit and I'm like, damn, just like my dad, bro. Like, but in a good way, of course. Right. Like, I mean, thankfully, I have a pretty badass dad, so I'm able to like really, I guess, mirror
off of that
who he is type shit. Like, smoke and mirrors type shit. I can see through everything and pick out the good stuff.
It's pretty cool because even like, from what I remembered when you guys did my senior pictures, like even you would help out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Just tell me like, oh, make sure you do this, and that.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like it's funny because I remember like even at shoots like to this day, it's like he'll say something and they'll be confused, and then I'll do it, and I'll do it behind them. And then they're like, oh. And then it's like I do it every time because it's like I've watched him model. Like I know how he does it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was younger, obviously I wasn't the one telling them what to do. Like he would be like, oh, do this. And then he'd be like, I'm confused. So then he would do it.
Yeah.
And he would go show how he wants them to sit or, however he wants them to stand type shit or, just the vibe or whatever. It's like, damn, I just got like... I can do that now.
Yeah, you make it easier for people that don't understand this stuff. Because even it happened with me where I was like, huh?
Yeah.
And I looked over to you and you're just like, oh, okay.
Okay, word. Yeah, no, it's just I know, I mean, obviously me and my dad are pretty tapped in. It's my dad type shit.
Obviously.
So I'm able to kind of like, I know exactly what he wants and what he's looking for. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. So whenever somebody's confused, even at weddings, like, whenever we're directing and stuff like that, like for example, like if he's lead photographer and we're directing and stuff like that, I'm able to tell people, hey, do this. Actually, this happened at a wedding recently where my dad wasn't the photographer. He was my second shooter because I kind of taken the role of first shooter. So he's now my second shooter. He's kind of my helping hand type shit. I just let him direct me because obviously he's got the experience and he's got the eye for it. So I'm just like, yeah, bro, just tell me exactly what you want to do and I got you. And then I'll do my own thing, obviously, and in between and just, kind of work my thing. And he's like, yeah, for sure. But like I said, we were working with another photographer out of the company or whatever, and I remember sometimes I was like, while we were doing portraits and things like that, I was like, hey, let's move some stuff around, let's shuffle these few people, let's switch these people, let's make sure you're not standing that way, put your arm down type shit. Like I was commanding a little bit too, and that's something that I've just recently started to understand too, that I'm the first shooter. Yeah, like I'm the videographer type shit. So it's like I have that power to be like, hey, let's do it this way. Let's. I need you to do it again. Like, let's move this way, type shit. Like, stand that way. Let's pose this way. For me, to get so that I can get my shot. Obviously, we like to stand behind the photographer and let him do his thing. Right. But if there's things that we see that can be better or that can make the photo or video look better, we're gonna step in and kind of be like, hey, let's move some shit around and just kind of.
To your idea.
Yeah, to our idea. Just kind of. Make everybody more comfortable. I think that's the most important thing is making everybody comfortable in the photo.
During the shoots
During the photo and in the shoot, for sure. Yeah. Especially at weddings because, like, you never really know. There's sometimes, there's stepmoms and stepdads, there's real dads are there and stuff like that. So, like, that's, sometimes can be tense. I'm not saying that it always is. But, sometimes it is. It's like, hey, let's switch the dads so they're not standing right next to each other, I don't know if they don't fuck with each other, but let's not assume that they do. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that, it's just little stuff that's
little minor stuff
that always makes things work. Just posing, it's like, hey bro, don't put your arm around your girl like that, put your hand down and let her hold your hand, type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like just from watching.
Yeah.
You know? Just from watching my
dad.
High
school no more. No more
high school. There's no more of this, brother. Like, come on. She's going to hold your hand type shit. You know, it's cool. Obviously, and it's like people don't know.
Right.
You know, taking photos is its own thing by itself. Like being photogenic and knowing how to pose for photos, it's like that's its own thing. So I don't ever like knock people for not knowing how to do shit like that. I just always help. So because I've been around it forever. Yeah. So it's like I don't like to say that I'm photogenic, but I low key, it's kind of natural. Right. Like it kind of happens. You know,
it's a family thing. A lot of our family is like pretty photogenic.
Of course. Of course. We were blessed, for sure.
We were blessed.
Yeah, we got a pretty cool family, for sure.
Yeah.
We got some pretty dope-ass people in the family. I mean, I don't know. It's like, well, like I was saying, like about entrepreneurs and stuff like that, we just have so much like good things to look at and look like people to look up to is what I'm saying. Good characters to look up to. You know what I'm saying? That's a great fucking way to explain that. We have really good characters to look up to. So like, I know that obviously I look up to my dad because duh, that's my dad. But another person I really look up to is obviously my uncle, my Tío Esau.
Yeah.
Just because of, you know, everything that he's got going in his life, everything he's done and what he's accomplished. Like, I mean, not to put his business out there, but he was like 290 pounds like a year ago.
Yeah.
He's down to 203, brother.
Yeah, he's like, been putting in work.
Like work, brother. Like that's the coolest shit to me ever. I'm like, bro, that's fucking tough as fuck. And then like, I don't know. I've always been around barbershops too, so that's always been an option too. Like, and I have two uncles that own their own barbershops on both sides of the family. You know what I'm saying?
I love being at barbershops.
The barbershop's the coolest shit ever, bro. I love
it's so calming.
Yeah, of course. And then especially when the vibe is good in there. I mean, it just makes it all the much better. And both the shops that my uncle has, uncles have are two different aspects of barbering. Two different styles of barbering. Two different genres, generations of barbering, you know?
Okay.
So then we saw these old school gentleman cuts, you know? Likes, you know, the older stuff like that. And obviously that fucking works for where he's at. For where he's at, especially that works. And then, you know, my tío Oscar in Dallas, his barbershop's called Grease Hair Gallery.
Yeah.
So it's more of an art company rather than a barbershop. It's more of like, you know, like bro, and the people they have in those shops, dude. It's like, I mean, talking to all these people that come from all different like walks of life.
Characters.
Walks of life, and it's just like, and they're just killers, bro. Yeah. All of them. It's like,
I feel like you find when it comes to barbershops, I feel like you find the most interesting people in there. Like you hear,
for sure.
Because like everyone's in there, like not really everyone's minding their own business. It's just kind of like a collective group.
It's
talking.
Like a bit, it's everybody's talking.
Everyone's shit to each other. Listening to this dude's story, he's like, oh, I came from this and that, or this and that happened, and you're just like, oh shit, I remember when this and that. Like, so it just all kind of ties in together with everybody who's in the barbershop, and then you kind of build a connection in there.
For sure. You know? And it obviously does matter who you have in your shop, for sure. Because it's really like, does. I mean, it all just depends on the vibe, for sure. Like, or like,
it's just alcohol.
It's just alcohol, man. Why you doing too much? It's just alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I know that, like, for example, in Dallas, it's definitely a different vibe than when I'm in Midland at my uncle's shop. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I like either one more. I just love both of them equally, honestly, because it's like they're two different things. They're, like, I can talk to. I guess it's different because in Dallas, I feel like I could talk to people of all walks of life, while in Midland, I get to talk to people that are like in the oil field.
Yeah. Or a little bit older of age.
You know, older in age, more gentlemanly. Yeah, exactly. Usually older guys are at my uncle or my Tío Esau's shop.
Yeah.
And that's cool because, again, I love talking to older people because I like learning shit. Obviously, I like hearing stories and everything about all this stuff.
Their stories are fire.
All their stories are crazy, dude. Especially on all the tattoos and shit like that. It's like, that's another big thing is like, I don't like to compare them and I don't like to put them hand in hand, but they kind of are kind of something similar. They're both trades, at least. So, like, tattooing and barbering kind of are like, they give me the same vibe. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's like you're getting better, in my opinion. In both of them. In both of them, you're upgrading. You're there's something there that you're
about to glow up.
You're glowing up a little bit. You know.
About to glow
I don't know. It's cool. I like both of them. Obviously, and I've been around a bunch of people that just do trade work. Like all of our family members are trade members. And it's like there was really. I don't really know how to even like comprehend or like even express how like just grateful I am for sure for just having all of those such good role models and such good. Like I mean, and that's the men and women in our family.
Yeah,
like, everybody's fucking dogs. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just super cool, and I definitely am super grateful for the experience that we've gotten growing up for sure.
We got really good examples in our family
for sure. Amazing, and people that care about us too.
Right,
it's like it's like
most important.
We're pretty.
Everybody's free.
Everybody pretty lightning free, pretty technically free. But I think with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end this episode off there. What a banger! What a banger! Bang. I hope you guys liked that episode. We kind of wanted to talk about. Well, I guess he wanted to ask me some questions about videography and stuff like that.
Because again, like I always just take pictures, but I'm never like on some like specifics type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, and then being a part of that experience, like having to, I guess, model.
Yeah.
For the pictures is definitely something.
Well, it's different. Like, you don't think about it. No. It's like, because especially for me, I kind of look past it because it's like I've been taking photos my whole life.
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, it's not nerve-wracking to take photos or be in front of cameras. Yeah. But to some people that aren't in front of cameras like that, it's like, oh shit, like I gotta like be cute for a second. Like, oh shit, like I gotta move. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to like, Yeah,
it's a lot different.
I understand for some people it's difficult for sure. But like I said, like I've been around my dad for years, so I basically picked up how to model, picked up how to help people, picked up like everything. It's like I don't know, I'm just protecting for real type shit, protecting for real. No, yeah, but it's cool because I mean, like he was saying, he takes pictures for himself, kind of an individual type.
The scenery
or whatever. Like I'm saying, like it's just for reminiscence type shit, and I'm capturing people's special days, So
for work,
so
it's a lot different.
It's really cool though. I mean, I really love what I do, and I'm so glad that I'm able to do what I'm doing for sure. Yeah. So, hell yeah! Thank you everybody for watching.
I hope this was a good
episode. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If y'all have any questions about anything that we do, hit us up
on our social media. So hit us up on Instagram, TikTok, even in the YouTube comments, our personals. Make sure you guys, message us, give us suggestions, whatever. Again, we appreciate the love. We appreciate, everybody like tuning into these episodes and really, showing love. It means a lot to us.
Me and tapped in for
we really tapped in for
y'all. We love y'all.
We love you.
We love you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you.
We'll see you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.